Hello and welcome back to a new video. Here we have a pretty nice engine. It is from an hill climb car from Italy. And I will only show you some spec from the engine and what happened and why it is here. We have here an EJ25 semi-closed deck, but here are sleeves in there. That are, when I see it right, that are LA sleeves. They're pretty thick, and I find the way how LA done this very good, but there is a problem. The engine runs for 2 events and something about 600 horsepower, 580 and a lot of Newton meters, and the problem is that the sleeve go down. It is always the same problem. I know a lot of people, a lot of engines will have this failure, and the problem is not the Subaru engine, it isn't the sleeve. The problem is how they done this. When you bore the old cylinder out, it is very, very important that here, where the I need a lamp, here where the sleeves sit, have to be a correct angle. And when the knife isn't sharp from the boring tool, you haven't a correct angle. And first it is good, perfect, but then the sleeve go a little bit down and the head gasket blown. Yes, that's often the problem, but when it sits for one time, it goes down for one time, you have no problems anymore. Now we resurface the deck and everything is fine. It is an EJ25 stroker. That means we have here another crankshaft, another piston, and it is cool, but the problem is when you have 83mm crankshaft, the angle how the here like this, how the rod stand when it works is pretty hard. When you drive a EJ25 stroker, you need a small pistons who have a short skirt, and when you have here an angle like this and such a small skirt, you have a lot of pressure here. Here on the skirt you see the scratches, and that's why the angle from the rod is bad and do too much pressure on the skirt. But that's the problem, and I think the RRP 625 Plus are not good enough for this engine. I think we done here our head studs on it, put them all together. We do here a special coating on it and hone the cylinder a little bit, 100 still or something like this, and then it's fine. The cylinder looks pretty good. Look here. Only some really small scratches, but that's fine. Yeah, and then runs it perfect. I hope so. Here we have a really cool street engine. A pretty good way to build a strong engine when you use an old EJ20 case that is from factory closed deck, and you have a bit thick sleeve in it. You see that here. Yeah, there you can see good really thick sleeve, and that makes this engine so strong. But the problem is when you like to drive a stroker engine, like this one here, that is an EJ20 stroker with a Mahle Motorsport stroker piston, you need a crankshaft who is rear thrusted. And that's an original EJ25 crankshaft with nitrate from factory, The tolerances are perfect. The second important thing you have to do when you rebuild this engine, you need it that it's rear trusted here. Original, it is trusted here with the main bearing. Like this here, because the original crankshaft have here the main bearing, but the EJ25 engine is here rear trusted and it is here. That we have done. Looks like this, and now we can assemble this engine and send it to the customer. The engine was looking pretty bad, something like this here, because this engine is 20 or 25 years old, and when it comes here it looks like this, and yes, bad conditions, like this here. But we can done it. It goes through our cleaning process, and then it goes to the machine work. Here then we have to hone the cylinders. Here is a cylinder, I can show you, an EJ20 who had a damage, and piston damage, and the sleeve had such a big damage that we can't hone or bore them. This is the only way you can do is here to put there and sleeve in, but that's too expensive for this engine. You can buy a thick wall EJ20 engine and it costs something about 1,500 euro, and then you have a pretty good engine who can handle easy 500 horsepower, something like this. That's the old piston from this engine. And what do you think? What happened here? If you know what happened here, write it down in the comments, and the guy who was right can win this piston. It is I think it looks cool, and it's an accessoire you can put on the table, and everybody will ask you what happened there. Okay, cool. I said thank you for watching, and we see you in the next video. Bye bye.